All right, here is my board game. It's kind of more like a card game, but I intended it to be ages 10 and up. It's a digestive system organs matching game. So number 1, you match the function to the correct organ. Number 2, you match the disease or disorder to the correct organ, but one organ does not have an associated disease or disorder for this game because we didn't get to it in this module. So start out by, this isn't in the instructions, but it makes sense to put them in the order of the process of digestion, and I have the accessory organs on the side near the small intestine. So you'd first go through the descriptions. You pick up a card, and it says mechanical digestion begins when food is ingested, chewed, and swallowed, and chemical digestion begins when saliva with the enzyme amylase breaks down starches into glucose. This happens in the mouth, so you put it next to mouth. And after you go through all of the descriptions, then you would go to the next part, disease or disorder. Decayed areas that become small holes, bacteria produces acids that dissolve enamel. So another extra part of the game is you can guess what the disease or disorder is, and the answer is just on the back. We have cavity, and that happens in the mouth. So we'll go through these pretty quick. So a long tube of smooth muscle, that food goes down on its journey to the stomach. The food is squeezed down by the muscles of this tube, involves peristalsis, which are muscle contractions, and that happens in the esophagus. And then we have acids and enzymes reflux going up this organ by mistake, causing inflammation and damage. This is GERD, and that happens in the esophagus. We have a strong muscular organ that continues mechanical and chemical digestion through its churning of food and gastric acids. The enzyme protease breaks down proteins to amino acids. Very little absorption occurs here. That happens in the stomach. And then we have bacterial infection caused by Helicobacter pylori, causes inflammation of this organ's lining, easily transmitted by humans and treated with antibiotics. And that is gastritis, and that happens in the stomach. The next description is most nutrient absorption occurs here. You can read the rest of that. And then for the disease disorder, we have an autoimmune disorder often triggered by gluten. You can read the rest of that. And that is celiac disease that occurs in the small intestine. The next one is a lot of water absorption occurs here. And then we have this a syndrome with the symptoms of pain, constipation, and diarrhea. IBS occurs in the large intestine. And then we can move on to the accessory organs. We have the liver, produces bile that assists in breaking down fatty materials. The pancreas produces enzymes lipase and trypsin to assist the small intestine. And then inflammation of a particular accessory organ can be related to alcohol and gallstones, pancreatitis. And then stores and concentrates bile, that's the gallbladder. And then crystals that can form in this organ has the potential to block important ducts, and that is gallstones. So you wouldn't start out with it all organized, you'd start out with them all organized by color, and then you would match them all together. So that is my board game.